Hey guys, and welcome to the battle phase. In today's video, we're taking a look at the fabled one-card Deep Sea Diva combo that is mentioned in the deck profile. So the whole deck is centered around performing this one-card Diva combo. Getting to Deep Sea Diva is pretty consistent because we do run Small World, we do run Deep Sea Aria, we do run now the newly limited Pot of Prosperity, and we also run the different two-card combination like Taos Dragoons or Minstrel Dragoons in order to get to Diva. So opening Diva is pretty consistent, and now we're going to show what these one-card Diva combo actually does, what end board does it make. Do keep in mind when we're going to be doing this combo is we are running no Lapis Dragon or the Nimble engine, so this deck really has the bricks down to a minimum. So let's take a look at what this one-card Deep Sea Diva combo actually gets us. So we're starting with Deep Sea Diva. Obviously, in your hand you have 4 other cards, and these are obviously going to be Crossout Designators, Deep Sea Minstrels, even Ceravus, called by the graves to make sure that this Diva actually resolves. Let's hop into it. We're going to obviously normal summon the Diva. Here comes the effect that we have to make sure it resolves. Special summoning the Neptabis, the Atlantean Prince, from the deck, and then activating Neptabis. That is going to send the Dragoons to the graveyard and then add us another Dragoons to the hand. At that point, the Dragoons in the graveyard are going to trigger and search as the Mooning Glacia, the Elemental Lord here. Okay? If you have not triggered Minstrel by this point, right? If you didn't have it in hand or didn't search it, you can actually search for the Minstrel here first, then trigger the Minstrel with another water in hand, and then search Mooning Glacia in the second Atlantean Dragoon search. But let's assume we're now actually just streamlining the bare minimums of this combo. So we're going to add the Mooning Glacia. At this point, now we are going to go a level 2 tuner and a level 1 non-tuner, and this is going to make our Goyo Defender here. We're going to use Goyo Defender's effect because we have only Earth monsters. We're going to summon another Goyo Defender. At this point, we're going to use second Goyo Defender effect. We do only have Earth monsters, so we're going to summon the third Goyo Defender. And that's going to be it. Now we have 3 Goyo Defenders. We are going to take 2 of those Goyo Defenders. These are 2 monsters with the same level in order for us to perform a link summon of the Bujinki Link. So here comes the Bujinki Link. And immediately activate the Bujinki Link's effect, having special summoning the Atlantean Dragoons from our hand and the Atlantean Dragoons from our graveyard, and overlaying them to summon the obvious Bahamut Shark here. Okay, we're gonna summon the Bahamut Shark here. Okay, at this point we are going to detach from our Bahamut Shark here in order to special summon the Totally Awesome, giving us that fabled Omni Negate. At this point, the second Atlantean Dragoons triggers. Now this is the Atlantean Dragoons surge that we do not need for the combo. So this can indeed be like Deep Sea Diva in order for us to have a follow-up after the combo. Okay? At this point we have 3 waters in the grave. So now by linking away the Goyo Defender and Bahamut Shark, those are 2 effect monsters, we can summon the Silhouette Rabbit. So this is a new addition into the deck. With Silhouette Rabbit summoned, we can use for Silhouette Rabbit's effect, we are going to search the deck for the Silhouette Trick. This can also be the Statue Trap, the Statue Continuous Trap. You decide. I have the Trick here, and Trick is going to get set to our field. Now we have 5 waters in the graveyard, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's exactly 5 waters in the graveyard for us to be able to summon our Mooning Glacia, the Elemental Lord, and here goes 2 cards out of our opponent's hand. So we mill 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. And now here comes the convenient part. We are going to overlay our Silhouette Rabbit and our Ahashima in order to make Gigantic Sprite. So here we're going to make Gigantic Sprite and use Gigantic Sprite's effect. We're going to be detaching the Silhouette Rabbit here in order to use Gigantic Sprite's effect. From now on, we're locked into level, link, and rank 2s. We're going to summon our Sprite Blue from the deck. Use Sprite Blue's effect to add Sprite Jet to our hand. Use Sprite Jet's effect, because we do control level 2 monster, to special summoning from our hand. Use Sprite Jet's effect, that is going to search as the Sprite Double Cross into our hand. So we're at this point almost finishing up the combo. We're now going to link away using Gigantic Sprite and Mooning Glacia that we no longer need. Those are going to be two monsters that are not links, or that's going to make our IP Masquerena here. And now we're also going to overlay our two monsters. These are going to be two dark monsters, two level 2 dark monsters to make our Djinn Buster here as part of our end board. And we're only going to set the Sprite double cross now, and this is our end board. We can pass turn to our opponent. So what do we actually have? Well, first things first, we do have follow-up in hand ready for the next turn. But after that, we have the totally awesome Omni Negate, right? So that's interruption number 1. We have the Djinn Buster effect negation. That is interruption number 2. We have both of our traps, right? So we have Silhouette Trick, which special summons itself and then negates an effect on the field. So it's like an imperm. So that's number 3. Then we have Sprite Double Cross here as a steal or attach. So we can either steal a monster to a zone IP Masquerena points to from our opponent, or attach a monster to Djinn Buster. So both of those effects are usable here. You can decide which one suits you better. And then the final interruption number 5, is going to be IP Masquerena. Now, not only going into Aspie Little Knight or Nightmare Unicorn, whatever you decide, we can also go into higher level link monsters like the Goddess of the Underworld. Because don't forget, the Silhouette Trick is going to special summon itself from the back row, and Sprite Double Claws can steal a monster from your opponent's side. So we're going to have 1, 2, plus Djinn after it detaches both cards is a useless card and can be linked away with, right? So that is enough material on the field also for a larger link monster. What is also really good about this end board is that it has obviously varied interruptions, right? Omni Negate, effect negates, quick links, steals, attaches, and so on. But it has an evenly spread interruptions between the actual monster zones and the back row. We have 2 interruptions coming from the back row, which is really good if something happens to our monster lineup. Like if a Dark Ruler no more or anything like that wipes the effect of our monsters, we still have 2 interruptions coming from the back row. Or if a Feather Duster hits us and removes our back row, we still have interruptions in our monster zones. So this makes the end board quite resilient to any sort of board breaking attempts. And don't forget, we also removed 2 cards out of your opponent's hand. Now, we do play Crossout Designator with a lot of targets in the main deck to make sure the Diva resolves, but one such card that we don't play is Droll and Logbird, because even though Droll and Logbird is an instant kill for a lot of the decks, this deck can play through Droll and Logbird. Now, it's not going to have as a prestige end board as the non-interrupted combo. However, it can set up some interruptions through Droll and Logbird as well, and we're now going to take a look at what happens if your opponent drolls us during the combo. Okay, so going for the same Deep Sea Diva combo, but this time we're gonna get drolled. So Deep Sea Diva, same as before, we're gonna activate its effect here. It's gonna summon the Neptibus out. Neptibus effect is going to activate, it's going to send Dragoons to add Dragoons. Now, a card was added from the deck to our hand. At this point, Drolls comes flying down to the table from our opponents, and now from now on we cannot add cards from our deck to our hand. So this means the effect of Atlantic Dragoons that was just sent is not going to trigger. Let's see what we can do now. We are again going to Synchro for 3 here, as before. We're gonna go for that Boil Defender. We're gonna only control Earth Warrior Synchro monsters, so we're gonna go again here, and we control them still only Earth Warrior Synchro monsters. So here we go for the 3rd one, and linking away the 2 ones here with the same level in order to go for Hashima. Here we're just playing this just like before. This happens the same. We special summon, so the effect of the Bujinki Link activates, getting us both of the Dragoons, and then overlaying them here into Bahamut Shark. Here comes Bahamut Shark, and then detaching 1 in order to special summon the Toad. Now, it is important to note, right, so here comes the Toad. Now, it is important to note here that, again, we do not get the search from the Dragoons because of the Droll. Right now, we're going to go Link 2 here, so we're going to go Defender and Shark at this point, in order to summon our Silhouette Rabbit to the zone Hashima points to. So the Rabbit, since it does not add, but it sets directly from the deck to the field, is safe from the effects of Droll and Logbird. So at this point, we're then just going Ahashima here, overlaying both of these into our gigantic sprite, and now just detaching here the rabbit in order to summon a level 2 from deck. Now here you can choose either summon jet, either summon blue. It doesn't really matter because we're not going to be able to add anything off of this effect. So the point what we're going to do now is we are just going to link away these two monsters and make a link 2 here. That's going to be IP Masquerena, right? So at this point, we can take a look at what do we have right now. What we basically have is a lot reduced end board, right, than before. We have the totally awesome Omni Negate still. We have the effect negate from Silhouette Trick still that special summons itself, which gives us the body for IP Masquerena to quick link into SP Little Knight or Nightmare Unicorn. This is the bare minimums of the end board, obviously playing through Droll. Now, of course, we have other ways to play around Droll, not just the combo, right? Those are going to be in the deck profile, Deep Sea Minstrel that is also highly searchable, and also called By the Grave. So there are ways for us to dodge Droll, but in the absolute worst scenario, you've already played through like 2 hand traps, and you still get hit with a Droll. This is the end board you're going to produce. Three interruptions, which is still better than passing turn. As I said, don't forget to check the deck profile on the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.